Hi guys, welcome in and welcome back to Shire Shenanigans. My name is Nicole and I'm so glad that you are here. So today I've got my Night of the Frost Dragon Stitch Along from the FlossyFoxShop kind of set up here. So she's doing, let's back up. A Stitch Along is, or SAL, is where you sign up for it with a cross stitch designer. They send you, they're typically mysteries, so you'll get a little piece of the pattern, typically once a month. Sometimes it's every other month. It really depends on the SAL and the designer. And then you work through it, and as you go, the design is revealed to you. So it's really fun. I love doing them. I'm always behind on them. I.e. this one. So this one started in September, I think. So we're on part 3 now, but I haven't actually gotten started yet. I've been waiting because I wanted to get this piece. So this video is to kind of talk to you guys and outline this, my very first, a couple of firsts actually. So my very first comparison video series and my very first cross stitch conversion. So I've never actually done one before. I've watched a lot of my friends do them and I'm very intrigued. It's actually a big part of why I save all of my Diamond Art Club spare drills so that I can just do cross stitch conversions when I feel like it. But so this one, I have all of my floss and stuff kitted up. This is going to be a little bit of a different comparison. So I know some people will do comparisons of like different shops on the same painting and things like that. But I'm going to do a comparison of the cross stitch conversion. So converting it to a diamond painting and the actual cross stitch. Pretty excited. So let's start with the cross stitch part. And if you're curious, this is the cute little sticker peg that she was doing. She did like a excitement box for the Night of the Frost Dragon SAL back in like July, I think. So I picked that up. It's got some of the cute little art that's going to be in the design. But so for this, I've kitted up all of my colors onto their floss bobbins. I think this is all of the colors. Knowing me, I've probably missed one. For the cross stitch, I've got the needle minder that I'm going to be using, and then my extra needles. So there's that. I call it bobbinating. I don't know if that's an actual term, but that's how I kit up my cross stitches. I have some friends who do like floss drops, things like that. But I really like bobbins, and I have the full DMC vinyl, it is acrylic, bobbin set from Pip and Chip that I like to use. So I keep all of my cross stitch stuff for projects into these cute little plastic vinyl bags. I kind of want to put a design on it, but it's got kind of like this canvas stitched into it, so I don't actually know if it would hold vinyl or not. I might have to just experiment. But so this is the fabric that I chose. In the design, she recommends using kind of like a darkish gray to help bring out the colors. So I went with this one. It's just, it might not come out first. There we go. It's just a cotton Aida, so it's a 19 by 28 inch piece of fabric. I believe this is a 16 count because I want it down a little bit. I have a lot of 14 count Aidas. Ooh, that's interesting. But I like that the 16 is a little bit smaller, so the design's not as huge when you're done. But so the count on Aida is just, it's how many holes per inch. So there's 16 little holes per inch is all that it means. So I've got that. I've also got a couple other things in here to start out. So I grid off my cross stitches. So I use this red thread typically to make my 10 by 10 grids on my fabric to kind of help with the counting when I'm stitching. So I need to prepare the fabric here pretty soon. I might actually make a separate video for that. Let me guys know in the comments if you want to see that. I did say that I would do like an intro video, and I'm kind of thinking of doing that for when I start this stitch along. The other goodie that I have in here is, so it's called a 3-inch square. Very easy. It's literally just a square that has different holes at different marks so that you can decide where on your fabric you want to start stitching. So I'll talk more about this in the startup video, but in every cross stitch pattern, the designer will tell you kind of how far from the edge of your fabric you should start your design so that it can sit better on your hoop, your Q-snap, your scroll frame, whatever you use, but so that you have enough room on there for it to properly attach, and that you have enough room from the edge so that you can frame it when you're done. Because what you don't want to do is start your cross stitch design right on the edge of your fabric, because one, what if you mess up? You have nowhere to go. And then two, it makes framing it damn near impossible. So you want kind of like that leeway edge on the side, and then that's what this square helps you decide, is how far out you want to go. Typically designers want you to start 3 inches in from the edge, but you absolutely don't have to. It's entirely up to you and what you are comfortable with. So those are my goodies for that, for the cross stitch part. And then I wanted to do a quick unboxing with you guys of the cross stitch conversion. I haven't actually opened it. I have had this for maybe 2 weeks, but I just haven't had time to film this. So we're both getting to see it for the first time together. Let's move some of this stuff. It's been really hard to wait, actually. I really wanted to kit this up and get going. So I got my conversion kit from Jaded Gem Shop. She worked with Flossy Fox to kind of figure things out together for the stitch along after my friend Katie at Diamonds and Washi ordered hers. And then a bunch of us in the Crafters Den Discord decided, like, hey, that's a really good idea. We want to do it too. So now there's that. And Jade actually now licensed a bunch of the Flossy Fox designs into diamond paintings that you guys can get. They're actually, I don't think they're conversions either. They're actually straight diamond paintings. Even nicer. So for a cross stitch conversion, you get a blank canvas. So what it is you'll tell Jade that you want to do a conversion. She's going to ask you for, one, the fact that you have, the pattern and the permission to do this. But also she's going to need some details out of the pattern, like the colors. She's going to need, typically in a cross stitch pattern, they're going to tell you the size of it finished, and they're going to tell you how many stitches there are. So you can figure all of that out on your own. Everyone, I'm sure, is very capable, but if you do it through Jade, she does the math for you. She'll figure out the canvas size for you. She'll send you the drills. It's really nice. So any of my future cross-stitch conversions, I think, are going to go through Jade, if I'm being honest. So so there's not going to be a picture because this is a conversion. She doesn't know what the design is either. The only one who does is the designer. So what you get is some labels for the colors. She doesn't put the symbols on here. Those you're going to have to put on yourself from your cross stitch pattern. So there is that little bit of a complication, but I'm sure we're all smart enough to figure it out. She has a lot of extra labels over here. It's kind of hard to see. But so these are just blank ones. My camera wants to focus. you can draw on them. There's also space in between here that you can draw your symbol if that works. It's probably what I'm going to end up doing. So you have that. And then we've got our drills. Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and take them out. So Jade drills. I don't know if I've done a Jaded Gem Shop unboxing here before, but she does them a little different. So they're not in one long strand like they would be from like a Diamond Art Club. Her colors are typically separated like this, which is kind of nice because then you can just set them out. So I'm going to do that here real quick so we can kind of see a whole color palette in drill form, because you've technically already seen, you've already seen the color palette on mine. So another big difference between a actual cross stitch and the conversion is that you're starting with a white canvas, so you don't have the colored background like you would on the cross stitch. So there is a little bit extra work when it comes to a conversion like this. So you have to do the background color. For this one, we've got the default background color of this dark blue, the 939. Kind of hard to see here. It's not black, I promise. It's like a very, very dark blue. That's going to be our background color on here. If you guys decide to order this also, you can tell her that you want a different background color. So my friend Alyssa over at Mank Arts and Crafts, she's actually doing a really pretty like a lavender, like a light purple background. It looks incredible. Most of us though, I believe, are doing this navy background. Just pop these out here real quick. Ah! The downside to jade drills not being in a big ol' thing is that they fall out. You can't just pull them out like that. Alright. And then on these, for the most part, Jade does keep the DMC the way it is in the pattern. However, she doesn't have every color. Like, there's not necessarily every color available. And that's fine. But she gets close. Kind of trying to keep things together. And if you didn't know, Jade sells drills, so that is part of why these are a little bit like separated. You can buy just straight drills from Jade if there's any that you need. And then I almost feel like this is more colors than what I have kitted up. I might have to check that. Alright, and then I'm getting lazy. Just gonna toss these. Boom! Alright, so there's our drills. I'm gonna kit things up later so that I can get started. I'm really excited about this project. Like I said, my next video in this series is going to be probably getting the cross stitch all set up and ready to go, like doing the gridding and all of that, and I'll do kind of like a intro to cross stitch class while I do that. So that video might be in two different places. It'll be in this series, and I might make a separate playlist that has like cross stitch tutorials that you guys can follow if you're ever interested. I might not do a video of kitting this up just because I tend to just zone out when I'm kitting up, and that wouldn't be fun if I just stop talking and it's just quiet. But maybe you guys are into that. I don't know. Anyway, so this is the start of a really big comparison project and cross-stitch conversion. I'm so excited to try this out, and I hope you guys are excited to see how it unfolds also. My big prediction is that probably the big difference is just going to be size. Obviously, this is going to be bigger because drills are bigger than stitches, but I don't think it's actually going to be all that much bigger. I am curious though what you guys think is what we're going to be looking at comparison wise. If you want to let me know in the comments below, and if you liked this video and you like this idea, please give me a thumbs up and let me know. And as always, if you want to keep up with my crafty journey here on YouTube, if you want to keep up with this comparison series, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and YouTube will let you know when I post a new video. Hoping to have the next one of these up probably next week. I plan to play some pretty serious catch up on this project so that we can get back up to date with the releases. But until next time, I love you guys. See you later. Bye.